Every time they ate meat, a child died. Why did their children die only after feasts? Everyone wondered until the truth came out, and it shocked the entire village. The house where meat brought silence. A mystery story series. In the center of the village stood a house many people admired. It was not the biggest house. It was not the loudest, but it always looked complete. The walls were clean. The compound was swept every morning. Flowers grew quietly near the gate. Inside lived Kalu, his wife Amara, and their children. Kalu had a good job. Not a job people talked about loudly, but one that always brought money home. Amara was gentle and graceful. She spoke softly. She never quarreled in the market. Their pots never stayed empty. Even when other families struggled, smoke still rose from Kalu's kitchen. Their children, Chidi, Zara, Obi, and little Nala, were healthy, bright, and full of life. When they laughed, the sound filled the compound. People passing by slowed their steps. "This is a blessed family," they said. No one knew that something unseen was watching that house. One evening, Kalu returned home smiling. His steps were lighter. His voice was excited. He had been promoted at work. Amara clapped her hands softly. The children danced around him. "We must celebrate," Kalu said. They chose a goat from the cage. The knife flashed. Blood touched the ground. The goat cried once, then became silent. The pot boiled. The smell of meat filled the air. That night, the family laughed together. Plates were full. Joy sat with them at the table. The children slept peacefully. But before morning came, something changed. In the deep hours of the night, Chidi became restless. Amara noticed his breathing was weak, not fast, not strong. She touched his forehead. It was normal. She called Kalu. Neighbors came. A village doctor arrived. They checked Chidi carefully. There was nothing. No sickness. No wound. No explanation. By sunrise, Chidi was gone. The house that laughed the night before was now filled with crying. The village gathered. An elder spoke. "This is fate. Sometimes death comes quietly." Kalu and Amara believed him. They had no other choice. Days passed. Tears dried. Pain slowly settled. Zara, Obi, and Nala returned to playing. Amara cooked again. Kalu returned to work. The house became warm again. Money still came. Food still filled the shelves. Slowly, the memory of Chidi faded into silence until another reason to celebrate appeared. A festival arrived. Guests filled the compound. Drums sounded. This time, a ram was chosen. Blood touched the ground. Meat filled the pots again. That night, Zara laughed loudly. She ate more than usual. She slept peacefully. By morning, Zara did not wake up. No sickness before bed, no cry in the night, just silence. This time the house froze. 2 children, 2 feasts. Whispers began. Why after celebrations? Why after blood? Kalu grew angry. Children die every day. This means nothing. Amara said nothing, but fear entered her heart. Months passed. Another celebration came. Another animal. Another knife. Another feast. That night, Obi slept. Morning came. Obi did not. Now only Nala remained. The house felt cold. Neighbors stopped visiting. Children were called back when passing the gate. Everyone felt it. Something was wrong. Amara could no longer ignore her thoughts. She remembered every feast, every slaughter, every death. Her hands shook. She begged Kalu, "Let us stop killing animals. Let us test it." Reluctantly, Kalu agreed. Days passed. Weeks passed. Nala lived. She laughed. She played. Amara knew. Before the fine house, before the good job, before the children, Kalu and Amara were poor, hungry, and desperate. They visited an old man outside the village. He listened. Then he made a promise. "Your food will never finish. Your money will not dry. Your home will be full of children. But there is a law. As long as blood from your hands never touches the ground, your children will live. The day you shed blood to celebrate your blessing, the blessing will collect its price." Blood was the seal. Every slaughter renewed the agreement, and the agreement did not take animals, it took children. For years, the village whispered. They wondered why the family was rich, yet something always felt wrong. Why did children die after feasts? Why did blood bring silence? Why did the death stop when the family ate simple food? No one had answers until one day the truth began to appear. One morning, a neighbor visited, carrying food to share. She saw the cages full of goats and chickens. None were touched. She frowned. Why do they not eat their own animals? Why do they live like this? She asked their maid quietly, "Mistress, why no meat? Why only vegetables?" The maid looked down. She hesitated. Finally, she spoke. "Because if they kill, a child dies." The neighbor froze. Her hands shook. Could it be true? Word spread quickly. In the market, at the well, under the big tree, the villagers talked. 2 children died after feasts. Now I hear it is true. Blood brings death? That family's wealth has a price? The elders frowned. One spoke carefully. Some promises are made with life, not with words. Children were warned. Do not play near that house, not for fun, not even for curiosity. Some villagers went to watch the house. They saw meals without meat. They saw laughter that was careful. They saw the last child, alive, healthy, bright. A young boy whispered, "So the stories were true. They obeyed and the child lived." The villagers murmured, "Not all blessings are free." After 1 month, the husband could not endure it anymore. He missed meat. He missed blood. He told his wife, "Let us kill again, even if it costs a child." They did not know their child was listening. The child ran straight to the villagers. The village gathered. Anger followed them. Kalu and Amara were dragged to the great Iroko tree. "Confess," the villagers said. They denied it. So the villagers tested them. They stood beneath the iroko tree, faces hard, voices firm. "Survive without meat for 2 days," they said. "No animal, no blood, no excuse, and you will go free." Kalu agreed quickly. His voice sounded confident. Amara said nothing. Her eyes were heavy. Her heart already knew the truth. The first morning came. Pots boiled with vegetables. No meat touched the fire. By afternoon, Kalu grew restless. His steps were uneasy, his temper sharp. Before the sun could set, his strength failed. He fell to his knees. It did not reach 1 full day. His voice broke. His words spilled out. He confessed everything. The promise, the blood, the children. Amara wept silently, her head bowed. The villagers listened. No one interrupted. When he finished, the iroko tree stood quiet. Then an elder spoke. "The judgment is final." No shouting followed, no argument, only heavy silence. They were banished from the village, never to return, never to be welcomed, never to be spoken of in praise. They left before nightfall, carrying wealth that now felt empty, and the village learned the truth. Some wealth is paid for with blood, and some silence hides terrible prices.